Whenever you decide to reset your life, you need to check your foundation because there are three things that you will encounter. They are hey now, how is everybody doing? Welcome to Red Alert Diaries with Tanya E. When we find ourselves in wilderness moments, those low paces in our lives, we may be tempted to fulfill those desires with the first thing that comes along. Think about it. That relationship that you had, it fell apart. Did you meet that person at a vulnerable point in your life? Or maybe it's that job that you took, the one that you really hate. Did you accept that position at a vulnerable moment in your life? It's in the valley moments of our lives, when the wilderness surrounds us, that we are truly tempted by three things: the moment of desire, moments of power, and moments of pride. So, how do we deal with this? Well, one of the first things I want you to be clear about: prepare in advance. We don't often think about the fact that there's a lot of things in our lives that we can prepare in advance. If you know who you are at the core of your being, it will help you develop what you need so that you have complementary relationships, so that you know without validation that the jobs that you accept are those that are grounded in your gifts, skills, and talents. Because I want you to know, when you decide to prepare in advance, it supports you when someone questions you. Because in the wilderness moments of your life, someone will question your identity, your intellect, and your ingenuity. But if you know who you are from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, it does not matter what they say. You'll know. And you won't have to try to validate it for them. Stand in it. Because when you stand in it, it will eventually be seen by the world. Now, granted, I know this is not going to be easy, but shortcuts won't get you to your breakthrough. So you're going to have to put in the work. Put in the work of being clear. What are your values? What are your strengths? What are your desires? What do you know without validation that you can do whatever occurs in your world? If you're clear about it, prepare in advance how you respond, because this took me a minute to learn, y'all. In the chaos of the aftermath of my divorce, I was not prepared. I was not prepared because I lost who I was at the core of my being. When I lost Tanya, I couldn't reset fast enough, so the foundation underneath me was really shaky. Pay attention to it so that you can rebuild, reset, and reclaim your identity to move into a better direction. Here's the second thing. Pay attention to the timing. You can take the right action, but if it's done in the wrong season or for the wrong reason, you will fail. Timing is everything. We don't often think about it, but if you try to fulfill legitimate desires at the wrong time, it'll do something to you. You'll get stuck in those things that we were discussing: relationships that don't support you, jobs that don't fit you. And when chaos starts coming, because it's coming faster than you can play catch up, trust God about the timing of the things that you're in. Because as you're walking through various things in your life, you're going to have so many different opportunities, different touch points that you can experience. And a lot of it, when you find yourself tempted, you're going to be tempted by things that you do well. I, like so many of us, I'm a multifaceted being. I have skill sets in a couple of different areas. So as things in my world, when I was resetting from my divorce, kept showing up, I was thinking, I can do that. I'm gifted at that. I'm skilled at that. But choosing all those various things, at one point, I was just dibbling and dabbling in a couple of different areas. And it stretched me. It stretched me so thin that I wasn't fully functioning where I should have been functioning. So even though you're multifaceted, you're gifted in numerous areas, and when you find yourself having a reset, you're thinking, okay, let me do this, let me do that, so that you can find something that may stick. No, pause. Let your reset be a reset in one area so that you can dig deep in it, so that you can have the strength and the breath and the wherewithal to function there. And it's going to require you paying attention to the timing of a moment. Because some things, when you are hungry in the wilderness, the first thing that comes along, like I said, may tempt you to take it, but it'll be the wrong timing. You can still let all the gifts that's inside of you be birthed, but in this moment right here, right now, today, pay attention to the timing. Because if God isn't leading you, then the devil will deceive you. So chaos is coming to force you to reset so that you can unravel the mess and be positioned where you need to be positioned so that you can operate in excellence. Here's the third thing. He looked at me like I was crazy, but I knew what I had to do. It was time for him to go. So I packed up his things. Red alert. Is he the one? The pocket guide, the find and love of your life, tells my story. The free chapter is available for you in the link below. Don't trust your own strength. I know. For those of us that are always been the pillar for everybody around us, you think that if you don't do it, it won't get done. Because when you're ready to reset and you find yourself choosing to do this on your own, it can often break you. But I want to first commend you for the strength that you had to stand in the gap for everybody else around you. But I also want you to know it's okay to ask for help. We don't think about how much it means to ask for help because too many people are being crushed under the weight of doing everything alone. Don't do this by yourself. Seek out a trusted friend, an advisor, a coach, a counselor, whatever it is, there's enough support around you that you can seek some help along the way. So reach out for someone else because there is help for whatever you need to reset from. And if you're unsure where to start, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to join you on the journey because I have been often where a lot of you are, and I've reset in numerous ways. And here's the thing that we often forget. Change is the only constant that exists in the world. And you have also experienced a change in your past that's impacting your present, but it'll give you insight about what to do for your future. So it's okay that you're resetting once again. And trust, you don't have to do this alone. Here's the next level note. And those of you that know that these notes are the things that gave me the elevation that I needed to move into a better direction. Because life is going to tempt you. You're going to be tempted to fulfill the desires that you have because the world gives us easy access to it. But I want you to know, let Jesus join you on the journey because the temptations that you face, he's already faced and he's gotten victory from them. So let him join you because he's already stepped on the landmines that you are going to have to cross. So if he's prepared in advance, you'll get through this. Trust God to reveal who you are when you find yourself trying to figure it out. It took me resetting myself, reclaiming my identity and who God says that I am. Because when the world started telling me that I was a single Black mother raising 2 kids on my own, that stigma, that thought, those moments, oh, it did something to my soul. But when I sat a little bit longer to let the one that created me give me insight about me, he reminded me, hey, I designed you to be a strategist. You were built to do hard things. You don't have to do this on your own. The skills that you need, I will walk with you like I walk with everybody else that I call to do something great. Because here's the thing that we often forget. When we read the Bible, those people that done those amazing, those great things, all of the items that we feel like, hey, that is so magnificent. Like David fighting Goliath. That Goliath moment, God prepared him in advance to deal with that battle that he was going to have to face. And so for today, if you don't remember anything that I've shared, here's what I want you to focus on. The first thing, prepare in advance for what life will bring and know who you are so that you do not allow people, places, or things to take you out. The second thing, When you pay attention to the timing of things that are being offered in your life, you will not allow a legitimate need to be fulfilled by fake news, fake reports, fake materials. You'll get through this by paying attention clearly to the timing that supports you. The third thing, when you start relying on your own strength, you will not be able to truly fulfill the thing that you need to do, because it often takes a team to get through, to let that vision that you have in your mind, that activity that you have been assigned, whatever that is that you need to truly succeed. You won't be able to do it alone. Think about this. It's a fact that one person has lifted 5,340 pounds. Imagine that. But also imagine this. How much can be lifted if it was two or more? Because life has hills and valleys. So we love the hills. We love the hills because we love the beauty of what it means to be on top. But don't dismiss your valleys. It's in the valleys of life that you find yourself strengthened. It's in the valleys of life that you get clarity about how much you can stand. It's in the valleys of life that when the world starts swirling and things start coming, you have more clarity than those around you. And you can be like, I've seen the storm come before and I was able to stand. I'll be able to do it again. So don't be afraid of the ups and downs of life, because even the breath in your body rises and falls. You're used to it. Now that you have some clarity, stand in it. Stand in it so that you can do the things that you need to be successful. And you will not allow those three things that people often face to take them out. So if anything that I've shared resonates with you today, then it's time to reset. So like, comment, and share this with others. Put your comments below so that we can extend the conversation. And if you want someone to join you on the journey, feel free to go to my website, TanyaEhood.com. There you can click on the Work With Me tab and see the various ways that we can work with one another. And I invite you to join me live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we can continue the conversation or we can start a new one. In the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose. And I want you to do the same.